LeBron and the Lakers, after losing on Saturday night in New Orleans, he was asked after the game about some of his teammates, and he said sometimes you got to understand that it's, being uncomfortable, or that it's something that happens, and a lot of these guys haven't been made to feel uncomfortable. How uncomfortable is it in Team LeBron's camp, best you can tell right now, Brian?
Rich, I'm really trying to figure out what sort of code he's talking in. He does this. He's joked in the past about how he talks in code. Because I'm trying to read it, because to me, what I kind of think he's saying is, if you want me to give maximum effort and you want me to go all out, which is what the Lakers need, I got to see all these other guys going all out. And I think that's what he's saying. And I'm being clear. I'm trying to pull my way through the weeds here. And he's saying that, that maybe that they're not 100% focused on this, but he says that in the same week that they announce when Space Jam is coming out. Now, I'm not saying that he's not 100% devoted, but it's kind of a mixed message to his teammates. And at the end of the day, I actually don't think it's that complicated. LeBron makes it complicated with some of his comments, but the Lakers are an average team, Rich. They were an average team in July when they put this group together, and their situation has been compounded by injuries. So they're an average team that's been injured, and what you have is a team that's in 10th place at the end of the day. To overcome being at their averageness, they either need LeBron to play great, which has happened sometimes but not all the time, or they need to go over their heads and shoot the ball really well, which they don't normally do, or play really good defense, which they don't normally do. So they have moments. But we've now seen 60 games. They're an average to below average team.
Well, I mean, obviously LeBron would have known that when he signed on the dotted line too, Brian. So the question is, with him saying, hey, I'm giving the team 3+1, and that was so much was made of that because he didn't give the Cavaliers a 3+1 opportunity with him in the last couple of years, Brian. So the question is knowing that, where does the next step plan sit right now as we're getting set to turn into March, with what we saw that went down with Anthony Davis trade deadline time?
Well, they signed him at about 6 o'clock Pacific Coast time on July 1st. Just about every move that they made after that, in my opinion, was wrong. I kind of understood the Rondo signing because I understood that it was going to give LeBron sort of another guy to be a leader and to share the load a little bit. So I kind of get that, but everything else they did, I didn't understand. And so I don't know if LeBron was completely apprised of all of those plans, but just think of the concept that they signed Michael Beasley instead of Brook Lopez. Think about how much different it would be for this team if they had Brook Lopez, who's one of the best shooting big men in the league, on this team right now. My gosh, he might be worth 3 or 4 games to them. They might be in the 8th seed going for 6 or 7 right now. I just think that, we say that he knew what he was getting into. I just can't believe that he knew that the team was going to be this was going to be the roster when they got to training camp. So I think what he basically did, Rich, was he put a vote of confidence in to the Lakers franchise in the city of Los Angeles. He's basically saying, just like I really wanted to play in Los Angeles for the premier franchise, other people will want to come. And he's not wrong. Anthony Davis wants to be there right now. They didn't work out how it was going to happen, but I think that's ultimately his wager, is that the drawing power of the purple and gold and that city will ultimately work out however it's going to go. And right now it looks a little shaky, but in a year he could end up having really been smart.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.